So, the NBA's 82-game regular season is officially in the books. But for 8 teams, the real fight is just getting started. Welcome to the thrilling, high-stakes prelude to the playoffs, the NBA Play-In Tournament.
Yup, we're talking about the Play-In Tournament. It's this gauntlet where legacies can be made or seasons can come to a crushing, abrupt end. 8 teams are going to enter, but only 4 will actually punch their ticket to the official playoff bracket. So let's break down how this whole thing works.
So what's really at stake here? And why does this tournament generate so much excitement and, let's be honest, so much anxiety? Well, the NBA created this whole format to make the end of the regular season way more competitive. Giving more teams a real shot and making every single game count down the stretch. Let's get into it.
Okay, so here's the deal in a nutshell. The play-in is basically a 4-team battle royale in both the East and the West, all for the last 2 playoff spots. This means your 7th and 8th place teams, they're not guaranteed a spot anymore. And at the same time, the 9th and 10th place teams get this crucial lifeline to save their season.
The structure is actually pretty clever, and it gives the higher seeds an advantage. Here's how it goes. First, the 7th seed plays the 8th. The winner of that game, boom, they're in. They lock up the number 7 spot in the playoffs. Meanwhile, the 9th seed plays the 10th. Now that is a pure, straight-up elimination game. The winner of that 9 versus 10 game then has to play the loser of the 7 versus 8 game for that final number 8 playoff seed. It's just this brilliant dose of single elimination drama right before the main event.
All right, let's get to the fun part, the actual matchups. We're going to start in the Eastern Conference where 4 teams are scrapping for just 2 spots. First up, we've got a classic 7 versus 8 battle between the Orlando Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers. The winner here claims the 7th seed and gets to breathe a huge sigh of relief. The loser? Well, they get one more chance, but wow, the pressure is going to be immense.
And just look at how tight this matchup is. I mean, come on, both teams finished with the exact same 45-37 record. Philly gets the home court advantage, sure, but they're only favored by a razor-thin 1.5 points. This is basically a coin flip. It could truly go either way. The real story here is the battle between 2 incredible young stars. For Orlando, it's all about the versatile forward Paolo Banchero. This guy just stuffs the stat sheet. And for Philly, it's the explosive guard Tyrese Maxey and his nearly 28 points a game. We're talking 2 completely different styles, and both are absolutely critical to their team's chances. Okay, now for the East's do-or-die game. This is the 9 versus 10 matchup between the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets. And for these 2, there are absolutely no second chances. Win, and your season is still alive. Lose, and it's over. It is literally that simple. The Hornets have a slight edge in the overall record. But here's the kicker. They're playing at home, where they've been pretty solid all year long. And the odds makers have definitely noticed, making Charlotte a solid 5.5-point favorite. The Heat are going to have to overcome a really tough road environment to keep their season going. And man, this game is a total clash of styles when it comes to the stars. Miami relies on the force of nature in the paint, Bam Adebayo, who's basically a walking double-double. Charlotte, on the other hand, is led by the flashy playmaking of their point guard, LaMelo Ball. The big question is, which style is going to win out in a win-or-go-home game?
All right, let's head out west, where things are just as intense. The Western Conference is absolutely loaded with superstars and wild storylines, and believe me, the stakes are just as high.
Kicking things off in the West is the 7-seed Portland Trail Blazers visiting the 8-seed Phoenix Suns. The formula here is exactly the same. The winner gets that coveted 7th seed, while the loser has to turn right around and face another must-win game.
Now, when you look at the numbers, one thing just jumps right off the page. Phoenix has been a beast on their home floor, winning 25 games there this season. That home court advantage is a huge reason why they're favored by 4.5 points against a very, very capable Portland team.
Get ready for some fireworks, because this game pits 2 incredible offensive talents against each other. Denny Avdija has been an absolute revelation for the Trailblazers, putting up huge numbers all season. But he's going up against one of the smoothest, purest scorers in the entire league in Devin Booker. Yeah, expect a lot of points from these 2.
And for our final matchup, it's a battle for California bragging rights with everything on the line. You've got the 9th seed Warriors, a team with championship DNA, traveling to take on the 10th seed Clippers. For one of these iconic franchises, the season is about to be over. Now here's the stat that should make Warriors fans a little bit nervous, their road record. They've really struggled away from home all season, winning only 15 games. That is a huge disadvantage heading into a do-or-die game in the Clippers building, and it's definitely reflected in that 4.5-point spread favoring LA.
Okay, this is the main event right here, a true heavyweight bout. Two of the game's absolute legends going head-to-head. You've got Stephen Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, against Kawhi Leonard, one of the most dominant two-way players we have ever seen. Both of these guys are more than capable of single-handedly taking over a game. This is must-see TV, for sure.
But, the drama isn't just confined to what happens between the lines. As we head into this postseason, there are several key storylines and injury concerns that could totally shape the entire playoff landscape.
Yeah, injuries are a huge factor here. I mean, look at Luka Doncic. His status is still up in the air after a hamstring issue. Then you have stuff going on behind the scenes, like the Mavericks shaking up their health department, again. And you even hear about guys like Tyrese Halliburton dealing with unexpected setbacks like shingles on top of a major injury recovery. All these off-court factors just add another layer of complete uncertainty to these high-stakes games.
So, there you have it. 4 games, 8 teams, and only 4 spots up for grabs. You've got superstars dueling, betting odds that are paper-thin, and major injury questions hovering over everything. The stage is set for an absolutely unforgettable start to the NBA postseason. So the only question left is, which teams are going to survive?